Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. The reason I'm sitting in my kitchen is because I'm going to show you something on my laptop, and this is going to lead me into my next project. This project will not be a turning project. It will be a resin casting project.
What?
So for a long time I've wanted to make my own chessboard, my own chess set. I wanted to do resin casting and cast it, but I wanted to do a specific type of chessboard. Or chess set, excuse me. I spoke to a local artist here who does the resin casting for standard chess pieces, and she does some gorgeous work. So after talking to her, I've been inspired to go ahead and do this again.
What?
So what I'm wanting to do is an Egyptian chess set.
What?
Now I found the file on Thingiverse, which I'll include the link in the description below. But it is, as I said, Egyptian. Now, there's a couple other variations to this set that I actually would like to do eventually. This one is the regular Egyptian set. A variation to this is going to have the dead Egyptian set.
What?
So I'll probably do one where it's going to be this Egyptian set, one where it's this Egyptian set, and the opposite side would be the dead Egyptian set, and then just a full one of just a dead Egyptian set. Again, I'm jumping ahead of myself here, but the first set I'm doing is going to be the regular Egyptian set.
Yeah!
But anyway, this is what the Egyptian set looks like. I have it opened up in Cura right now, so since it is on my computer screen, it is going to be a little fuzzy to start off with. Alright, so this is the Egyptian set if I was to print it out at full size. And they are so at full size, this would be a little over 4 inches tall. Well, I'm not going to do 4-inch pieces because that's a lot of resin.
What?
But anyway, just to give you an idea here, this is the queen, this is the king, this is the knight, this is the rook, the bishop, and this is the pawn. And like I said, the king is a little over 4 inches tall if I was to print it out at full size. But I decided to print them out a little bit smaller. These are, the king here is about 2 inches tall, so this is half the size of what the original print would be. So you're probably looking at these and been like, so where does the resin come into play? Well, I'm going to use some cardboard. I normally use the corrugated plastic for the whenever I make my own molds, but for these I'm going to use cardboard because they are so small. And of course it's going to focus on the island instead of the actual pieces. So because of the type of filament I use to print these out, I can't really get a good idea until I actually do a resin pour as to how these look.
What?
Again, this introduction is already getting a little bit more wordy than I want.
Yeah!
So I just wanted to give you guys an introduction here, show you what this project's going to be, and we'll come back as soon as I get ready to mix up the mold making material and get that poured. Alright, so I'm going to start this off by saying none of the products I use in my videos am I sponsored by, but for all intents and purposes, the chess pieces are glued into the molds I made, and I use the Stick Fast CA medium.
I don't even get that. What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
But as you can see, I got 3 molds made up. This is the king and the queen, so I'll only have to make one of those whenever I fill them up with resin. This is the bishop, knight, and rook. I'll need to fill those up twice. And these are the pawns, and I need to fill them up twice. So whenever I come back, I will be ready to pour the mold mix into these molds. Alright everyone, so again I'm using the amazing mold maker by Alumilite. I got it already mixed up. It's got a 6 to 8 work time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this poured and into the molds I showed you earlier, and get this into the pressure pot before it gets a chance to start setting. So whenever I come back, I will be taking this out of the pressure pot.
Okay!
All right, everybody, I pulled these out of the... I'm grabbing it by the wrong side here, sorry. I pulled these out of the pressure pot. So, got the mold... Slide it back a little bit here. So, I got the molds here. Again, this is the Alumilite mold maker. But, in just a second here. As you can see, a couple of the pieces came out in part. A couple of the pieces actually came out in pieces. But what I do with these usually is I'll put a rubber band around them. Excuse me, and it holds them together. Then I can pour the resin in. And speaking of pouring resin, we're going to be pouring some Alumilite Amazing Clear Cast. And we'll be using some of the Pearl X Carbon Black on these first pieces. Alright, we're going to mix up the resin now. I'm going to mix up about... We're going to do 12 ounces because I actually got something else I'm pouring as well for another project. But alright, so as you can see, I got the rubber bands around the molds, and I put a little bit of the carbon black. Well, I ended up with a lot more resin than what I thought I was going to have left over, so I am going to have to find something else to pour this excess into. But anyway, this is going to go into the pressure pot, and I'll come back whenever that's done. Alright everybody, so I'm not going to bore you with me mixing up the resin and pouring it in the molds, but we're going to be pouring some more amazing clear cast from Alumilite, and for the next pieces we're going to be using white pearl from Caster's Choice. So I'm going to go ahead and get these mixed up, get them poured into the mold, and when I'm done I'll come back. Alright everyone, so as you can see, I got a little carried away last night, went ahead and poured some of my chessboard, and of course I forgot to bring out the camera. But for the black, we are still using the Pearl X Carbon Black, and for the resin we're using Alumilite still, but we're using the Alumilite Amazing Quick Coat. Now, the good thing about the Amazing Quick Coat is it has a dry time of about 8 hours. So I'll be able to fill the rest of these in, and here later tonight I'll be able to go ahead and finish up all the white. And then tomorrow we'll be able to finish up this board. Now I still have to pull the white pieces out of the pressure pot. So whenever I do that, I will show you where we are with the chess pieces. I still have to go back and redo a black bishop and rook. So we should be about halfway finished with the white after today. But I'll go ahead and get those pulled, and we'll come back after I fill these in and get everything pulled from the pressure pot. Alright, so you're not getting a very good look here because of the countertop, but this is what I got so far for the black. And like I said, I need to do another rook and another bishop, but everything else seems to have turned out pretty good so far. So, unfortunately, this batch only had one piece that came out without me having to retop it off, and that is the bishop. But let's see if I can get this to where you can get a better look here. Needs a little bit more cleanup, but that is the 2-inch piece. That is white pearl. And I'm actually starting to think I might need to do bigger pieces if I do any more of these in the future. But maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll use this as a test piece for something I'm looking to do. But I'll recast these, put them in the pressure pot, and hopefully tomorrow I'll have a few more pieces to show you. Alright, so as you can see, some of these are below the line there, and these didn't turn out good for anything. So this was the bishop that I showed you earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to top all these off, and then with what's left over, I'll put in the chessboard. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'll be using some of the still be using the Caster's Choice white pearl, but I'm going to mix that in with some of the Alumilite white dye just to make sure that it's, because as you can see, this looks kind of, I mean, the pieces didn't look that transparent, or the bishop anyway, but just to be on the safe side, I want to go ahead and make it a little more predominant, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But I'm still using some of the Caster's Choice with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mixed up and go ahead and get these poured and back into the pressure pot. Alright everybody, so as you can see, I got all the black filled in now. We'll go ahead and let this cure up, and then whenever I come back, we'll do the white. Alright everyone, so this was the pieces that I was able to get out of this last white pour. I don't know if you can tell, but the pawn is a brighter color white than the rest of them. But I don't think that I'm going to finish up this video with the sizes I've done. So what I'm going to do is I am going to redo this entire project. So this wasn't a complete fail, but it was a learning experience. Hey everybody, I'm calling the video, I'm going to quit on this video. It was a learning experience. I'm learning that I need to make bigger pieces. And the molds I have, because the pieces, I'm finding out that the pieces have a lip around them. So I need to redo the way I'd make my mold. I have an idea on how I want to do this. I just need to reprint the pieces, make them, they're going to be 2 3/4 inches tall instead of the 2 inches. This way I can actually make this set the way it needs to be made. They'll still fit the chessboard that I'm working on. I'm going to go ahead and finish that up. I am going to do another video for those when I get finished. So I'll take the pieces for the me actually pouring the chessboard in this one and add it to the next one, because it'll be the same chessboard. Again, Thank you for checking out my video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting, hit the bell, or excuse me, subscribe, hit the bell, and you can see whenever I do new videos. And comment on it. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me what you didn't like about it. And again, I appreciate every one of you who've subscribed and who check out my videos. It means a lot to me. Thank you guys. Hey everybody, welcome to the sticker board. Alright, so earlier in this video, I mentioned the local young lady who does the epoxy resin standard chessboards here locally, and she inspired me to do this video. So I got with her and I got a sticker for my sticker board. So that is Jenna Sears at Epoxy Me Crazy. I'll put her link to her shop down in the bottom, as well as her Instagram, so you can go check her out. But she's got some new stickers, by the way, and I'm gonna get one of them next time I see her. But you are gonna go right there. And I don't know if you saw where I put it, so I'll get a still shot here afterwards and I'll put it at the end.